Hey guys, so jumping right in, clean and moisturized face. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Beauty Balm, but as a primer. Now this can be used on its own, but I really like how it works as a primer. And here I'm just pinning up my hair because I always seem to forget. But I'm just gonna evenly distribute this with my fingers. For foundation, I went with the Rimmel Stay Matte, and this is a very thick and creamy foundation, so I use a Sigma Kabuki brush to buff it into the skin. For concealer, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear in NW15. I love this concealer. I think the coverage is amazing. It's kind of hard to get out of the jar when you're running out. If any of you know how to do that, please leave me a comment down below because I love it. And I'm using a beauty blender to blend it in. Then to set my under eye, I use the Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder. For any imperfection or acne spots, I like to use the Select Cover Up in NC20. It's not really full coverage, but it's what I have, so it's what I'm using. And I'm just blending it in tapping motions with the same foundation brush that I used earlier. Then I'm just setting my whole face with powder to make sure everything stays put. Now I'm going in with MAC's Paint Pot and Rubenesque. I just realized how many MAC products I have in this video. Sorry about that. This is like a rose gold kind of paint pot, and I'm using it as a primer on my lid and on the bottom lash line. The palette we're using today is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, and I'm starting off with Milk Chocolate as my transition shade. I'm just using a blending brush and placing it in the crease and in the outer V. Then I'm going in with Gilded Ganache, and I'm just tapping it all over the lid. I did not realize this eyeshadow had fallout because I think this is the first time I use it. So I'm using a tissue to pick up any fallout because my foundation is already done. And then I'm taking a clean blending brush or the same blending brush I used earlier to buff everything in. Really, the key to this look is just to keep blending as you add the shades so that everything is gradient. Next, we're using Triple Fudge, which is a matte brown, and I am just placing this as close to the lash line as I possibly can. The idea is to do a smoky eye from the lash line up. Then we're using Gilded Ganache again and just topping it all off. And then I'm just going to take a blending brush with Milk Chocolate once again to blend everything together. I wanted a little bit more warmth and definition to the look, so I'm going in with Semi-Sweet with a detailer brush and running it through my crease and outer V. As always, every time we place a color, we want to blend it out to make sure everything is merging together and blending seamlessly. To clean everything up after all that blending, I'm taking the same concealer as earlier and I'm sharpening the edges. Back to Triple Fudge, I'm using a detailer brush to run this in the outer corner of my lower lash line. To spice things up a bit, we're using Cherry Cordial, which is a deep kind of burgundy matte shade, and we're running this in the inner half of the lower lash line. To add a little haziness to the lower lash line, we're using Salted Caramel with a pencil brush and just smoke it out. To brighten up that inner corner, we're going in with Marzipan and a pencil brush. For eyeliner, I'm using my current favorite, the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is a very user-friendly eyeliner if you're just starting out and you want to create that winged look. It's a brush tip and it's very thin, so it's really easy to kind of fill it in gradually. Here I created the wing first and then I just filled the rest in, keeping close to the lash line to create a thin line. I also connected the wing with the outer corner of the lower lash line. For brows, you guys know I love the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade. I use the color medium brown with my Makeup Forever brush, which is amazing, and I love it together with this product. I think I've said this a million times, so here I'm just filling in my brows as usual. As a highlight, I'm using white chocolate and running it through my brow bone. And then for mascara, I'm using the Buxom Mascara Bar. This is not my favorite mascara, but I'm using it up because I already have it. I usually do 2 coats on top and on the bottom. And then I'm using the Rimmel Scandaleyes liner in Nude. I love this for like a wide-eyed look, so I'm just using it in my lower rim. For a slight contour, I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm just buffing it in on the hollows of my cheeks, sides of my forehead, underneath my jawline, anywhere that needs to be contoured. To bronze my skin and warm up my complexion, I'm using the Nars Laguna bronzer with a Real Techniques blush brush. Since I did the whole contour thing, I thought, why not contour my nose? I almost never do. And here I'm just using a blending brush, so it's not too heavy or overboard. And then to highlight, I'm using the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Soft and Gentle. This is a very nice champagne colored highlight. Since the focus is the eye look, I wanted to keep the lips nude. So I'm using Nude Pink Lip Liner by NYX, and I'm just gonna line my whole lips. And then I'm using the Maybelline ColorSensational lipstick in Warm Me Up. This is one of my favorite nudes because it's more of a pinkier nude, and I think it goes better with my complexion. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you get to recreate it, please hashtag VCoral87 on Instagram so I can see your take on this look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!